When a person dies to me, it's kind of my custom. You look at the values and the things upon which that person lived by. You honor the things that were good and noble and ethical, and you discuss and debate the things that you believe were not ethical, not moral, and wrong. Because we're all going to have that. We all have good virtues and bad virtues. We all have good values and bad values. We all do good things and bad things. What Charlie Kirk, in my opinion, what he did that was of the highest value was debate and discussion. He believed greatly about having debates prove me wrong. When it comes to that, was so important. He had like the prove me wrong stuff, and that's where he got killed at. Which to me is actually a virtue. It is an honored life. That he lost his life doing that what he believed was the right and moral thing to do, which is to have debate. Now, granted, you can have multiple views as to whether or not how he did in the positions he put up or other things, whether or not those were right or wrong. That is fine. You can. Everyone can. In fact, if the highest virtue of Charlie Kirk is debate and argumentation, debating and arguing over those things is respecting the highest value of Charlie Kirk. We are falling short of that when we have a government who literally tries to penalize people who dare to continue to challenge Charlie Kirk's ideals and principles. That's wrong, it's unethical, and against Charlie Kirk's greatest virtue. And that's, at least to me, how I see how we are falling short of it. You cannot question Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's life was debate. Questioning Charlie Kirk is honoring Charlie Kirk. That's just it. Because that's what, proved me wrong. People trying to prove him wrong on these other things. But we don't do that, do we? We're not doing that. We're trying to penalize people who dare to sit there and say that Charlie Kirk on certain positions was immoral, was wrong. And that can get you fired. Are you kidding me? Because if you do that, you destroy the highest virtue and the highest value of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk died doing what his values called him to do, which was to go to campuses and have a debate, which is a fair and noble thing to do. Though you may disagree with his positions, that is what he lived for. And we are falling short of that by believing that continuing the debates is dishonoring him. No, it is absolutely honoring him. And we must be honorable to that what was his highest virtue by continuing the debates. And that's it. So like, follow, subscribe, and debate with me on this topic. Was the debate Charlie Kirk's highest virtue, his highest value? Is stopping debate over his positions a violation of that principle that he lived by? It is a good question to have, and it is a good question for us to live ourselves by. Because we need to have a society that that tries to become aspirationally better than what we were. And if what we're going to do is start silencing opinions that are different than official doctrine, that's not America. And that is not what Charlie Kirk lived for. That is not what he literally died for. He died trying to have a debate. And we should continue those debates. Thank you.